Venue may have changed, but the opponents are the same. 4 days ago, it was the Valley. Tonight, it's the County Ground, and tonight, it's the Coca-Cola Cup. 2 changes from the side that lost to the Addicts on Saturday. Sean Taylor is rested after receiving stitches to a head wound. Brian Kilcline replaces him. And Joey Beecham is back for the injured Kevin Horlock after serving a 1-match suspension. After a shaky start to the season of 5-2 thumping against Oldham, Charlton have crawled their way back up the league table. But tonight, they turn to a cup competition in which they've rarely come off best. There's no Keith Jones, their new signing from Southend. He's cup-tied, but there is room for David White, a summer signing from Crystal Palace, who scored on Saturday one of his 6 goals so far this season. Well, it's Charlton who get this Coca-Cola Cup action underway. Charlton have in fact scored in every game they've played so far this season. But they've certainly a poor record in this competition. They've never got further than the 4th round. Well, it's a perfect evening here at the County Ground. Pitch again looking wonderful. It's Martin Ling forward for Fjortoft early on. Ling again. Certainly woke up the Charlton defence, and they still haven't cleared it. That's Nyholt. And Pettersson making a bit of a meal of that. Very different game, Mark, from the league match played on Saturday, of course. Beecham. Nyholt. 3 running for him. This is Wayne O'Sullivan. Ling forward, Scott 2. Still O'Sullivan, joined by Paul Bodie. To Martin Ling. 3 waiting in the penalty area. One of them is Scott. Straight into the arms of Pettersson. That's where Keith Scott is so strong, isn't it, Mark?
Good play, actually, by Martin and also Keith Scott. Martin, not necessarily the quickest of players on the field. I think he's just got half a yard on the full-back, slung his cross in left-footed, and Scott just got himself half a yard on his mark and managed to get the header in, but comfortably saved by Patterson. Here it comes. Good cross by Ling, isn't it? Scott just worked his way into a heading position, but very comfortably saved by Patterson.
Walsh. Brown. Walsh again. Worried by Nyholt. Gets away with it. Garland. Away by Sullivan. Sullivan in there again. Nelson. Forward to White. And he's proved how dangerous he's been all season. 6 goals for David White already. And there again, he found himself in space in the box.
Good play by Garry Nelson. Very good at coming off his marker and just looked up, pinpoint cross through to right.
No change out of the 20-year-old, who's kept his place since coming into the side for the Watford game. Swindon won 1-0. Here down the other end is Keith Scott. Fjortoft, where he's dangerous. He turns so quickly, doesn't he, Fjortoft?
It's his forte, isn't it, Fjortoft in the penalty area. Gets the ball, just lays it back, knows exactly where the goal is. Ball gets played in by Scott. One touch, quick swivel, very reminiscent of the goal he scored against Port Vale. And
here's Fjortoft. He's got round his man. And the referee, I think, has given a decision. Outside the box, well, I'm not quite sure what Mr. Gallagher has done here. He's going to have a word with Phil Chappell. It looks like the decision is just outside the box. It is indeed a yellow card for Phil Chappell.
I think Phil Chappell's slightly fortunate here because no doubt, look, he's holding Fjortoft back. Now he's denying him a goal-scoring opportunity. I think it's about a letter below. Really, he should be sent off. He's only got away, well, he's got away with the yellow card.
It was Was that in or outside the box as well? Well, it doesn't matter. Swindon have a free kick outside the box. It's Fjortoft, straight at the wall, straight at Peter Garland. But perhaps Charlton can consider themselves lucky that they still have 11 men on the pitch. Seems to be nothing happening in the last third of the field. What can Charlton manage now? Here's Mark Robson. Walsh, it's over to Newton. Brown. Garland. Robson again. Bit of room on the edge of the box. Blocked. Off the crossbar from Colin Walsh. Well, that's the nearest we've come to seeing a goal here at the county ground. And that came from some 35 yards from Colin Walsh.
Yes, the original shot blocked by Kilcline. Not even a first touch there was. Great effort. Digby beating all ends up. Marvellous attempt there by Charlton.
That would have been a cracker. Here it is again. Look at that, with a bit of swirl on it as well. Kilcline wins that one. Brown wins the return, and Kilcline unbeaten. Nelson. Is it off to White? Here's Newton. Watched by Bodin. Garland. Towards Nelson. Leaves it for White. David White, his first real shot at goal this evening.
Yeah, it's a good ball in, isn't it? Clever play by Nelson, old professional. Chests it down for White. Unfortunately for Charlton, failed to hit the target.
Paul Bodin with the throw. Towards Scott. Fjortoft tries to hook it round. Here's Nyholt, lines up a shot. I'm not so sure that didn't hit the outside of the post from Luke Nyholt.
Yeah, not renowned for his shooting, Luke Nyholt. Is it early and just clipped the outside of the upright for Swindon. Good first touch. Sees a goalkeeper, decides to have a shot. Just clipped the outside of the post. That will certainly get Swindon going a bit.
Sullivan's header to Fjortoft. Bodin, definitely onside was O'Sullivan. Ling streaking forward. Still O'Sullivan. I think he may have chosen the wrong option, young Wayne O'Sullivan. There was Ling, Scott and Beecham streaming forward.
Yes, unfortunately for Swindon, O'Sullivan all right foot. He didn't really spot Ling's great run through the centre of the Charlton defence. Consequently, couldn't even hit the target with the reply.
Well, the half-time whistle has gone. It's been a half that's rarely got the heartbeat fluttering, we must say, with chances few and far between. Colin Walsh did get one for Charlton. Ricocheted off the top of the bar. Jan Fjortoft came close with a couple of chances for Swindon. But it's still goalless. Swindon Town 0, Charlton 0. Join us after the break. Welcome back for the second half. And let's hope we see some more goal-mouth action in this second period. Certainly more than we did in the first half. Chances few and far between. It's an early free kick for Charlton. With Scott this time backing into his man.
It would be very interesting, Angus, to know what both sets of managers said to their players at half-time, because to be quite honest with you, the first half was awful, wasn't it? The final ball, the final cross, there was hardly a decent shot on the goal apart from Colin Walsh from Charlton. It was very, very ordinary. We can only hope that the second half would be an improvement.
I noticed straight away that Beecham and O'Sullivan have swapped places. Beecham now over on the left-hand side. Looks like O'Sullivan will play over on the right-hand side. Let's see if that makes a difference. Bowden's cross comes in and goes past all of them. There's Fjortoft, Scott and O'Sullivan waiting in the middle. And drifted past a lot of them. Walsh. Robson. And Nelson made the run. And Nelson, has he got the better of Thompson? He has, goes round all the way and scores. The man who used to play here at the county ground has come back to haunt Swindon Town. He got the better of Andy Thompson, floated over the top, and he also got the better of Fraser Digby. And it's Garry Nelson who has put Charlton into the lead.
It was a great ball by Gary Robson. Nelson half a yard on Thompson all the way, and you know exactly where he's going to go. Lovely turn, commits Fraser Digby as well, sticks the ball into net. Good play from Charlton. Here you go, left foot inside, Thompson's away for a cup of tea. Digby commits himself as he has to do, and Nelson completes the formalities.
Good goal, and something out of the blue. Now, how will Swindon respond to this? Well, we've said that Charlton have scored in every game they've played this season. And here goes Nelson again. Good save from Digby. There was no one in there following up to worry him at the second attempt. Perhaps that's exactly what this game needed. They waited a long time for a real chance. Now did Nelson do well. Fjortoft spreads it wide to Bowden. Little ball, edge of the box. O'Sullivan, I think he went the wrong way. Had two players running for him, Beecham and Bowden, but Swindon may get a second chance yet. Crossed in by Ling, it's low, and it's away by Barmer. Nyholt. Leaves it for Ling. And once again, it's cleared. This time only as far as Robinson. A deep ball towards Fjortoft. Half cleared. Barmer. That's O'Sullivan. Still, Swindon have possession. Nyholt. Scott. A goal from Keith Scott. He turned so easily and just struck it into the corner, and Pettersson can't believe it. He was in a similar sort of position as he was against Reading, and he just struck it sweetly into the same corner.
It's Nyholt's ball, just into the edge of the box. Left foot turn and shot by Keith Scott, giving the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. A great piece of opportunism and finishing from Keith Scott.
Well, there looked to be nothing there, and suddenly Scott turned straight in the back of the net, just off the inside of the post. Bowden in a little trouble. Confident enough to play it to Robinson. And he gets away with his slight mistake. A good ball to Keith Scott. Goes round his man well. Fjortoft screaming for it. Scott goes himself. Fjortoft! What a good covering tackle from Steve Brown. Or Fjortoft was in for his 6th of the season.
Excellent play by Swindon. Scott's turned his man, he's got his head down, all he can see is goal. Forces a good save from Pettersson.
Walsh. Forward for White. Just keeps it in play. He's pushed out wide. Now Robson again. Newton waiting in the middle. And this time, Nelson can get round the back once more. Can he drag it across? And that looks like an own goal. It's Nelson again, but I'm sure that took a deflection of Thompson or one of the Swindon defenders. And Charlton go back in the lead, but once again, the danger man is Garry Nelson.
Yes, again, picking the ball up in space. He, more than anyone, has engineered his own space tonight. And it actually just comes off Thompson now.
Floated deep towards Kilcline. It's cleared away by Garland. Barkley does well. Gets a low cross in. And eventually, Charlton get it away again. And Nelson just pops a long ball forward to David White. He's got round Robinson. White! Oh, what a beautiful goal!
It was really the classic counter-attack, Angus, wasn't it? A long, long ball. They just defended a corner. White got in front of his marker, Robinson, and great finish. Spirty started 15 yards from their own goal line. It's a good 60-yard through ball. White's very, very quick, gets into his stride, gets in front of his marker, Robinson, and that's a great finish, even though Digby did manage to get his fingertip to it.
Now Swindon are up against it. That's forward to Fjortoft. You can never write him off, Jan Fjortoft. Didn't Andy Pedersen do well to react quickly to that swivel and shot?
It's really Fjortoft's trademark, isn't it? Good ball in from Robinson, holding his defender all the time. Good first touch, and still managed to get shot in on the turn. It's a good save by Pedersen.
It's all over. Well, it took a long time to get going, but eventually it did, and it's certainly Alan Kirbishley and Steve Britt will go home the happier tonight. No goals in the first half, but then Garry Nelson put Charlton in front. Keith Scott equalised for Swindon Town before Andy Thompson deflected one past his own keeper to make it 2-1, and then David White made it 3-1. Swindon have got an awful lot to do at the Valley next week. Final score here at the County Ground: Swindon Town 1, Charlton Athletic 3.